Sí.
Ah, Daniela le gusta hombre con pene grande. Oye, dice, tu pie es grande.
Por pública conversación, mi amor.
Mi amor, le pregunta a él, no a ti.
You don't ask him that question.
¿Por qué?
Porque no está bien.
Es pregunta, mi amor.
You know, Johan is one of those people that it doesn't matter how irritating Danielle is, it doesn't matter how controlling she is, and also at the same time, it doesn't matter how immature she can be. Because in reality, Johan just doesn't make anything better. I mean, his level of immaturity is freaking jarring. I mean, sometimes I sit and I think to myself, no wonder why she treats him as if he's a child. No wonder why she communicates to him as if he's a child. No wonder why she has lack of belief in his ability to run a business or to have common sense. But at the same time, though, some of those things are just a part of Danielle's trait. Because of course, when it came to her addressing the viewers on her opinion about teachable moments, she definitely spoke to the viewers as if we were children as well. So clearly, that is something that she has within her, which is obviously a massive red flag. But at the end of the day, when you've got that in you, but then you're in a relationship with someone that is just immature, like Johan, it's just not a good combination. Danielle clearly got with this man in hopes that she could manipulate him and control him, because in reality, she just looks at him as if he's an idiot. I mean, listen, how do you ask a man that slept with your woman, you must have a big wood? How do you tell him that? How do you bring that conversation forward? And to be honest with you, Danielle was right. This is not a conversation that you bring out in the public. In fact, it's not a question that you bring out anyway. Why the hell am I going to want to know if the guy over there has got a bigger one than me or not, or if you got the same one or not? I couldn't care less. What matters is the fact is, does she enjoy it when I give her the meats? You know what I'm saying? But you know what they say, size doesn't always matter. It's how you use it that matters the most, if you dig what I'm saying. But anyway, let's just continue with this madness of Johan's behavior.
Ustedes, relación, ¿es un problema?
No hablo de mi relación con él contigo porque no es apropiado.
100% is inappropriate. Why is my man asking, was your intercourse experience a problem? Where is he going with this?
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué? Es privado. No hablo de eso. Tú estás loco.
No, tú querías yo conociera a tu amigo, tú querías yo le hago preguntas.
Nah, we ain't doing this, bro. Man is like, you want me to meet your friend so I can ask him questions. Yeah, but these aren't the questions you ask. I mean, to be honest with you, the best thing is to meet him just to get his vibe. But in reality, should you be meeting this guy? Hell no. In reality, the fact that you told Danielle that you cannot be with someone or you cannot respect someone that wants to be friends with someone that they used to be with, the fact that she didn't listen to you and she still convinced you to come down to this is actually embarrassing alone. So to be honest with you, it's just sad that he was like, you know what, I'm just going to go down there. I'm just asking silly questions. I'm just going to be petty as hell. The fact is this, right? This also proves and shows how immature Johan is, because if he was mature or if he was just a man's man, the moment Danielle would have said, no, I want to see my friend over you, he should have walked out and broke up with her instantly. I know that's what I would have done. I'd have been like, all right, cool, no worries, then you go see your buddy, but when you get back, I won't be here. The simple as 1, 2, 3. She can think I'm bluffing all she wants, but I definitely won't be here. And I definitely will promise you now, your number will be blocked too, because I don't want to hear you potentially say sorry or whatever you got to say, but there's no way you're convincing me to take you back. Do I look like a mug to you? Like, yo, like, come on, man. But, you know, Johan, right now, he's on a rampage, just asking silly questions, when in reality, he could have just taken the smart road and just not attended and just broke up with her, for goodness sake.
Le voy a hacer toda la pregunta que yo quiera. Porque no es apropiado. Tú querías yo conocer a tu amigo. Yo quiero conocer a tu amigo.
Pero no hablo de eso.
The fact that he's asking, how is it inappropriate? Like, are we being for real right now? Come on now, man.
Entonces ella te interesa como mujer aún todavía. ¿Te gusta? Do you like?
Ahora?
As a friend, yes.
No.
She's still my friend. Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a question I can definitely respect. Do you know what I mean? Are you still interested in her? Do you still want her? Fair enough, ask her that question, you know what I mean? But the rest of them, nah.
No, friend.
But as a relationship, no. I have no interest
Really?
in rekindling that. No.
Really?
Really.
My man is like, really? It's like he got offended. What do you mean? Why not? Like, why not? Like, why don't you want my woman? Really? Really? You know those little moments you get, you hear Johan speak some English. He's like, really? Why not? What's wrong with her? Tell me now. Am I missing something?
Daniela te dice quiero sexo contigo.
Ahora,
Ahora sí.
No.
¿Eh?
No.
Why?
Because y'all are married, bro.
Why would he say yes? Why would he say yes? This has got to be one of the most hardest scenes to watch in general. Doesn't matter who you are. If you're not struggling with this scene, then I don't know, man, because goddamn. You know, sometimes in life, people just don't understand or see when they are just simply embarrassing themselves. And this is one of the situations where Johan is simply embarrassing himself. And it's so sad and so tragic that he's unable to identify this. Like, come on, man. You're doing yourself no favors here. Like,
¿tú piensas yo tengo amor para él?
No sé.
Johan, do you trust Danielle?
now that's a good question. That is a very, very good question.
Yo confío en mi esposa, pero a veces ella hace cosas que como que rompe esa confianza.
And that is fair enough. That is fair enough. You know, she probably does do those things. You know what I mean? Like, for example, wanting to meet a man that she should sleep with, 100% that is something that is a red flag.
Sometimes I do things that break the trust.
Sí, a veces.
Hey,
Cosa. Tú dices una cosa y tú me demuestras otra.
¿yo?
Claro.
No es verdad, mi amor.
To be honest with you now, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting because this is when Danielle's immaturity comes into place. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the fact that she is refusing to take accountability for her role in the situation of how she can and has broken Johan's trust is actually quite childish. I guess it must be a Scorpio thing. I don't know because we all know she's a Scorpio, right? Shots fired! But anyway, on a serious level, the fact is though, this is where it gets very jarring and irritating with Danielle because at the end of the day, the fact that she thinks that this is A-okay is unacceptable. But then again, at the same time though, a part of me feels like Danielle knows that this isn't okay, but she is on that train where she's like, but I want to manipulate this man as much as possible. Oh, no. I want to control him as much as possible. He's younger than me. He's immature. You know what I mean? And he's pretty much a child. That's why I treat him the way I treat him. And to be honest with you, I've always wanted a man that's going to allow me to do exactly whatever the hell I want to do anyway. So really and truly, Danielle's actions, to be honest with you, I would love to sit and say to you, this is her now being immature. Her obviously not holding herself accountable. But in reality, there is no way that she has not come across men that have told her no. If you ask me, she was purposely looking for someone that one, would allow her to relocate to the Dominican Republic or at least another country that's not the US. And two, a man that she can take over and control every single narrative possible. But right now, as we can see, those things aren't happening. And clearly, she's still fighting that war. But I could be wrong. Maybe she just is really stupidly immature. But to be honest with you, she comes across as a very calculated person if you ask me. But anyway, we continue with this shambolic madness.
Tú sabes más, ¿verdad?
Okay, just pausing it just for the copyright, you know what I'm saying? There was maybe dialogue here, but never mind.
This part is a little uncomfortable for me because I like to stay out of other people's business, but it's hard to see Danielle get as emotional as she has got because I haven't seen that side of her very much. I believe trust is number one.
I mean, to be honest with you, you probably haven't seen this side of Danielle because you never really needed to because you always gave her what she wanted. You both knew what the deal was and that was that. Because, I mean, let's be honest, isn't it a bit ironic that we've got two men here and both of them are younger than her? I mean, let's just check out the pattern. Check out the pattern. The pattern here says that she likes to go for younger guys. Not because, you know, younger guys are got more energy or their sex drive is there. Nah. It's because that's where she feels most comfortable. Because she can't handle being with an actual real man. So that's why she goes for younger people. Because that's the only time she has any power. That's what I think anyway. The more and more I dive into this woman, I don't think she's someone who's naive. I don't think she's someone who's immature. I just think that she's someone who's trying to be calculated to be with someone that she can control. And to be honest, when it comes to her now breaking down and crying, and obviously my man said, I've never seen like this before. Like I said, he probably gave everything that she wanted at the time. At the end of the day, here right now, we've seen her crying. The question is she crying because she's generally upset with the way Johan is treating her? Or is she upset given the fact that she's losing the power that she's trying to get? Or is she crying because she's trying to use it as a way to pull him in, manipulate him, so therefore she feels sorry for her? You never really know for sure, Danielle, but honestly, I'll be damned if she was someone that I could sit and say, you know what, she's just immature and she lacks accountability. Nah, she is still not mature, but she's immature enough to try and control someone. Yeah, because a mature person wouldn't try and control someone. A mature person wouldn't try and manipulate someone. So she is immature, but not immature in the way like, there's different types of immaturities, okay? Come on now, man, leave me alone.
In terms of having a long-lasting relationship. So if y'all can't learn to trust Danielle, I know that's gonna be hard for Danielle to stay with him.
And it's crazy because when this guy talks, he talks like he knows her very well, and he knew exactly how to play the correct buttons. You know what I mean? So therefore, he can stay on the good side. I mean, good on him, of course, for scouting Danielle.
¿Por qué tú lloras?
Porque,
Copyright break. Okay, let's get into it.
yo pienso que tú no tienes confianza en yo. Tú quieres humiliarlo yo. Y es porque tú necesitas poder. No me gusta.
All right, so obviously she's now relating this back to the birthday party when she surprised him for the birthday party. Of course, when she surprised him, he didn't exactly thank her. He thanked everybody else but Danielle, you know what I mean? Which is obviously therefore she obviously started crying. She obviously broke down and whatnot. And the crazy part about it is that even then when she started crying and whatnot, started breaking down, Johan had no sympathy for her. So that didn't even work for her then. Obviously, we're in this situation right now where she is back to breaking down, crying, and she's obviously looking for Johan to, you know, give her some type of sympathy. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, though, I think it is kind of like, I think what Danielle needs to recognize is that if you're crying and this man is not breaking down in terms of giving you sympathy, okay, it tells you how much, or shows you how much he's stuck in his own ways based on his own upbringing, okay? And now this isn't the case of saying that he's immature in this, right? No, it just means that he's stuck in his ways and based on his upbringing. And at the end of the day, to be honest, for a lot of men, regardless of where they're from, for the most part, a lot of men want to have power in a relationship. At the end of the day, Danielle's always trying to counter that power. And at the end of the day, if you're going to be trying to counter the power that he always wants, because that's just how he's raised and that's just where he comes from, really and truly, that is a war that she's never going to win. I think sometimes if you're going to manipulate someone, you need to choose your battles wisely. The problem with Danielle is that she's trying to conquer every single battle possible with Johan. She's not even trying to be really logical about it properly. Ah, man. Anyway, we continue. This is so freaking messed up. I'm actually dissecting how she should be manipulating him better right now. Can we just process that? Can we just process that? It just shows how much this relationship isn't based on love. This relationship is just doomed to fail because literally it is a relationship based on power play. Okay, Johan wants to have power, Danielle wants to have power. And the worst thing about it is that Danielle's going about it in an immature way, and Johan is also going about it in an immature way too. Difference is that Johan isn't even calculating; he's just doing things. Danielle's doing her best to be calculated about it, but her calculations completely off. I guess math is not one of the subjects that she taught as a teacher. That she taught as a teacher, then is it? I'm losing my breath because I need a freaking drink.
No quiero yo estar cada día porque tú es inseguridad, so tú necesitas, mira, yo es malo, porque tú eres inseguridad.
I love it. I love the way she now flipped the script. She's now like, nah, your actions are based on the fact that you're insecure. It's not because you don't trust me, you just have insecurities. I do love the battle. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think it's an insecure situation. I'm not saying Johan doesn't have insecurities, to be honest with you, because of course he's been cheated on in the past, so that is going to play a factor. But again, for Johan, it's going to be a little bit of insecurities, but also most importantly, power is just something that's very key within himself. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. But hey, Danielle will keep trying to play that game and she'll keep going until she finally wins, if she ever wins.
Johan keeps asking questions, not because he's really invested in the answers, but because he wants to make me uncomfortable. Any
Well, I mean, that's what you do to him, but anyway.
husband who's going out of his way to make his wife feel that way is not a husband that has unconditional love for her.
As much as I agree with what you're saying, the question is though, do you have unconditional love for him? Tick for tack, Danielle. Tick for tack. You know, and it's crazy because we can't say that she's with him for the wood. Because clearly this is a woman that gets around with any young black man, you know what I mean? Okay, so she can get wood anyway, clearly, you know what I mean? If you ask me, she picked this man for a reason, and her plan is not going well.
Lo siento, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain to him that, like, when he feels insecure, he humiliates me because he feels like that will give him more power.
Listen, that could be a factor in the relationship. It could easily be a factor in the relationship. Do you know what I mean? It probably is a factor in the relationship. Maybe Johan does do it on purpose like that. And again, that's just another sign of his immaturity. But at the end of the day, we are in a relationship where we've got two people who are on two different sides of the freaking coin. But listen, at the end of the day, you got Danielle who wants to be with Johan because she wants to leave America and live in the Dominican Republic. But also on top of that, she also wants to pretty much run everything. She doesn't want him to have control of anything. She wants to run everything, you know what I mean? But on the other hand, you got Johan now who got with Danielle because he wants to go to America so he can have a job and therefore send money to his family. The saddest thing about it is that both of them are playing each other and they have no freaking idea about it. And the saddest thing about it is always that in the process, I'm pretty sure Johan was more than willing to just be chilled. And he was probably more than willing to allow her to control certain aspects of his life because, of course, she was his ticket to America. But now that he knows that she's not a ticket to his America anytime soon, he obviously wants a little bit of that power, especially given the fact that they are living in his country. And because they're living in his country, of course, he doesn't want her to be running wild and treating him as if he's this, and that. Obviously, on a cultural basis, he wants people on the island to see him being the man. He does not want to see people. He does not want people to see him being a boy, you know what I mean? Being treated as if he's not the man, if that makes sense. So obviously being the man in the house, all that kind of stuff is obviously a key factor. Given the fact that he wanted to go to America to make money for his family shows you how much of a man that he wants to be for the family, if you dig what I'm saying. Danielle's trying to remove all that from him right now. It is absolutely shambolic. If these two last for the whole season, I don't know, man. If I see these two come back for another season, I just don't know, man, because their relationship is clearly never gonna work. And the fact is, my man here, this guy here, the ex here, he's sitting here, he's meeting Johan for the first time, and he's sitting here right now and he's thinking, rah, I don't know how you two have even got this far. Rah, I don't even know how you two were even married because goddamn, your relationship is absolutely inappropriate and shambolic. You got your man, your husband asking me about dicks. Bruh. Well, with that being said, thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, please leave your comments down below. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, peace.